The luxury car showroom buzzed with wealth and arrogance, where judgments were made not by character but by appearance. When a modestly dressed woman entered, salespeople scoffed, whispering behind her back. One even smirked and called her a time waster. What they didn't know? She wasn't there to buy a car. She owned the entire dealership chain, and she wasn't taking notes on the cars. She was watching them. What happened next would flip the showroom as a whole on its head and teach the staff a lesson they would never forget. Sometimes karma doesn't wait. Sometimes she walks in quietly, wearing sneakers. Wait a second. Tell us where you're watching from in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories like this. Elena Brooks was a billionaire CEO who had built her empire from the ground up. With over 20 luxury dealerships across the country, she had everything money could buy, but respect wasn't always among them. Dressed in a plain hoodie, jeans, and sneakers, she entered her newest dealership under a hidden identity. No press, no entourage. She wanted to see how her staff treated ordinary customers. As she walked in, her eyes turned. One salesman, Rick, gave her a fake smile, glanced at her shoes, and walked away to attend a man in a suit. Another Susan blatantly rolled her eyes. No one asked if she needed help. No one offered her a brochure. Instead, they whispered. "Probably lost," Rick muttered to a co-worker. Elena noted everything, but she said nothing. Not yet. Elena wandered around the showroom for nearly 30 minutes. She stood near a sleek black Porsche. No one came. She sat in a luxury lounge area, still ignored. Finally, she approached Rick, asking, "Could you tell me more about this model?" He smirked, scanning her from head to toe. "Ma'am, these cars aren't for browsing. You should check out used dealerships. This place is for real buyers." His tone dripped with condescension. Elena forced a polite smile. "And who decides who a real buyer is?" Rick chuckled. "Trust me, I can tell. You don't look like someone who belongs here." That was the moment she decided to act. She excused herself and made a discreet call outside. 10 minutes later, a black SUV pulled up. Out stepped 2 senior executives and her assistant, carrying a file folder with her real name and title embossed in gold. They marched in. Everyone turned, stunned. Elena walked in behind them, this time with confidence and purpose. The same employees who ignored her were now scrambling to stand. Rick's face drained of color. Elena walked directly to the center of the showroom. "Can I have everyone's attention?" she said, her voice calm yet commanding. "I am Elena Brooks, CEO and owner of this dealership, and what I experienced today was not only unprofessional, it was disgraceful." She turned to Rick. "You judged me by my clothes. You made assumptions. You mocked a potential customer." He stammered. I didn't know." "That's the point," she interrupted. "You didn't know. And that's why we treat every person with dignity, no matter how they look." She pulled out a termination letter and handed it to him. "Effective immediately." Rick stood frozen as security escorted him out. The room fell silent. Elena turned to the rest. "This isn't just about selling cars. This is about respect. Anyone who can't understand that has no place in my company." Elena stayed an hour longer, meeting quietly with the staff, who treated her with respect and neutrality. She offered private mentorship to 2 junior employees who had silently watched the injustice, but were too afraid to speak. Within a week, company-wide ethics and equality training was rolled out. Posters reading, "Respect drives results," were placed in every dealership. Elena's actions became a viral sensation, praised by business leaders, customers, and activists alike. Not because she fired someone, but because she sent a powerful message. Power doesn't need a spotlight. She proved that authentic leadership listens in silence, observes in stillness, and acts when it matters most. The next time a woman in sneakers walked into the showroom, the staff stood up, not because they feared who she might be, but because they had learned who they should be. If you enjoyed this story and thought it provoking, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful narratives. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. What would you have done in this situation? Your support helps bring more eye-opening stories to life. Take care.